Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
We would like to welcome you here on behalf of Birla Institute of Management Technology.
My pleasure.
We are really pleased to have you here as a jury member.
Yes.
And sir, we want to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
May we proceed?
Yes, absolutely.
Sir, we are in the middle of G20 summit,
Yes.
and BIMTECH as an institute is always dedicated to celebrate this.
Yes.
So how do you think that we can further reactivate our focus?
See, I think you guys wouldn't have had a better opportunity to witness the G20 summit when India is hosting it. Why it is not a better opportunity? Because Western countries have been hosting it for all these years. India is now an emerging economy. We will be fourth largest soon, anytime, surpassing Japan. India is also setting the agenda. You know, whether you talk about sustainability aspect, whether you talk of skill building, whether you talk of aspects like promoting startups, culture and innovation in a country, India is setting that agenda. So you should pick up strings from the G20 agenda, which not only India is talking of, but even other countries will sign off on, and you should make it part of your curriculum. How that will help is because things like G20 agenda doesn't change so much country to country. If tomorrow some other countries hosting it, it may change somewhat, but globally remains the same. So if you put that as part of your curriculum, you will also gain for your future prospects with the industry or otherwise. So that's, I think, something important takeaway you all should have at BIMTECH.
Understood, sir. Sir, you've been a part of BIMTECH's advisory council for a long time now.
Yes.
And sir, how do you think that PGDM International Business Program has evolved so far?
Manshi, I think I've been associated since 2019, if I recall correctly. And actually it's been quite an exciting association, because when I interact with you all, really I also get to know how you all, much younger generation is now looking at international business. Having said that, I feel that when you look at international business, don't look at it as a course in isolation from what's happening in domestic business or things like finance or economics. Today, all these have very thin dividing lines between them. You do international business, their business economics is as important as much as finance or corporate law, or when you talk of IPR or any of those issues. The other way to look at it is you can't do domestic business unless until you've taken care of all these aspects. So in international business also, I think your curriculum should have exposure to aspects like corporate law, intellectual property. You should also look at aspects of sustainability, because today, let's say even if you want to typically export, you can't export unless until, at least to the Western world, unless until your manufacturing operations are totally sustainable. And slowly and surely, companies overseas are asking for all those requirements from a supplier from any part of the world. So I think your international business course actually will be probably the most dynamic thing. What you are studying today, maybe 2 batches later at BIMTECH, people will be studying at least 50% different things, because requirements are evolving. So that's one of my suggestions.
Thank you so much, sir.
Pleasure being here. Thanks for getting me here.